Hey, Jesse Burgart here. Let me check the audio. Think we're good? It's day 18. I'm reading The Art of Focus by Dan Koe. So let's jump in. I'm on page 77. The dualistic nature of reality is tricky because we often isolate two extremes of a pair with the distinctive thoughts in our head. Black would not make sense without white, nor up without down, love without hate, happy without sad, matter without space, something without nothing, or affinity without infinity. When we neglect the complementary existence of these entities and see them as standalone, our minds get stuck as the universe pushes toward evolutionary progress. Our imaginary sense of self stays the same while reality continues to change with each passing moment. And when our expectations fail to align with the actuality of a situation, emotional lash out is often the result. The pull inward. Everyone has felt the pull, the call to greatness, the silent yearning for more, but not in a materialistic sense. Can you feel it? Or is your focus limited by the intellectual structure you call home? The pull inward demands outward problem solving, from superficial to metaphysical, while maintaining as holistic of a perspective as you are able. The path of mastery is obvious, but our conditioning prevents us from seeing it. You are being attracted to your highest version, and the depth of your core can sense it. The external call to evolve requires you to chisel inward beneath the mental constructs that have been layered through your conditioning. Your internal state must become one with the ever changing external state. You identify problems in your life and solve them. That's it. That's how you live with purpose, unless you get distracted. But most people want to solve the problems of the world before they solve their own. This is a recipe for disaster. How can you help the world if you haven't helped yourself? If you have not developed reproduce in the identity that you reproduce in every interaction, you are contributing to a collective hell on earth unless you make the conscious decision to evolve. I'm going to read that sentence again. If you have not developed the identity that you reproduce in every interaction, you are contributing to a collective hell on earth unless you make the conscious decision to evolve. Hope that one was better. Start with what's right in front of you. You know, the superficial things that you sweep under the rug because you have the desire for bigger, better, and selfless pursuits to veil what is staring at you in the mirror. Don't ignore your personal problems that are begging to be solved. You wouldn't build a temple on a foundation of chipped wood and bent screws. Are you overweight? Do you hate your job? Are you tired all the time? Did you just go through a breakup? Are you trapped in a cloud of negative emotions? You must sit with these problems, observe them with a state of open focus, and become aware of how they impact your life. Then you must gather the knowledge, skills, and resources that allow you to dive in with clarity in your day to day life. It takes time to realize how one problem spreads into all areas of your life, like how a lack of money can prevent optimal health, moving to a beneficial environment, and silently destroying your relationships, or how a lack of health leads to low physical energy, which impacts your quality of work, how you look, your self esteem, and your ability for clear thinking. You must hunt for a reason, a why for solving that problem, one that makes sense to you, one that makes action seamless, one that you find in conversations, books, and not distracting yourself with mindless entertainment. With the intrinsic energy from that why, you create a goal to overcome that problem. This is your purpose until the next reveals itself. Once you begin to invest mental energy into that goal, momentum begins to take over because nobody likes the feeling of wasted investment. Intention is a magnet toward a desired future that is enhanced with reason. As you trek toward your goal, continue hunting for whys to reinforce your positive behavior. The initial reason you started will lose weight with time and entropy. Collect the pieces of a philosophy that uphold your pursuits to a better life. If you need clarity, adopt the mindset of the silent observer. Pay close attention to the actions of those around you. Comparing yourself to others, which is often demonized, can be a useful tool for understanding what you don't want. When you are at a grocery store, observe what others are putting in their baskets. Observe how they look, transfer consciousness into them, and craft a story for how they live, feel, and act without reason. This is not judgmental or unethical if you are doing it for the sole reason of correcting your own behavior. If someone has a mind, body, or lifestyle you desire, use that as fuel to educate, execute, and iterate as you learn more about yourself. If somebody has a mind, body, or lifestyle you despise, use that as fuel to push in the opposite direction. You need a plan, a strategy, a clear set of goals that form a system that, when backed by focused effort, will create a meaningful future. There isn't any other way, because if you don't have a plan, society does, and it's been planning your life for decades. When you discover your lesser or greater purpose in life, you must bridge the gap between you and it by creating order in the mind. A plan is structured information that you can bring your attention to when mental chaos ensues. Realize that you don't have one purpose. To chisel down to your core and discover who you really are, you must solve the problems that are staring you in the face. Once you bust through that karma, greater purposes will begin to reveal themselves to you if you stay on the path. The paradox here is that to dive inward, you must solve superficial problems outward. Once those problems are solved, you are both closer to the authenticity of your core while creating the value you provide to the external world. All right, that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a really awesome, blessed day, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. All right, take care. Bye.